go without till the need seeps in your love anymore. Collect your novel petals for the stem.
Most of my records were my mother's when she was my age. So that tells you, how long these have been around. And I mean, to say that like I could give my kids like CDs that I had like in the 90s, like that's not gonna happen because I don't even know where they are now. My grandmother is actually, I just talked to her and she's getting ready to give me some of her old vinyl. The like MP3 files, they're files. So it's on a computer and I don't know how many times I've switched over to a new computer and I've lost files and files of music and it's just a pain and I kind of just don't even deal with it anymore. Music is pressed into the vinyl and that's how it was recorded. It's the grooves within the vinyl and the frequencies. So you can't change that. We have so many people come in who are like looking for one song, but you have to buy the whole album. So not only are you getting that one song, but you have to listen to the whole album, and that kind of forces you to do that. And then it forces you to get more into the artist, and it's a different experience.
Several years ago, we expanded the used vinyl section to be part of our offerings here, along with the books and the movies and the treats and coffee. And that started with a few hundred records, and now we're up to around 3,000 or 4,000, and we try to add 100 records a week, and we've always done live concerts. We do a once a month community concert with a group from anywhere in the country really that happens to be driving by and makes a nice stop. What we did was get together with our sound engineer, get a little bit of software package and some technical upgrades we needed to make it happen, and recorded our first concert with a band out of the Gary, Indiana, Chicago area called the Kinsey Report. And that led to the release of On the Record, the first release on the Grounds for Thought label in 2010. We produced 500 copies. They're produced on vinyl. Each record has a CD included inside that's a copy of not only the songs on the record, but some bonus tracks. And we print those 500 copies, and when they're gone, they're gone. It's a real kind of old school way to not only produce music, but to do business.
But there are times when I've spent a little extra money, because some of these are overpriced. Some of these I can't. Here's one that's called Anthology, and I found the citation to it and a picture, and they said, and there was a blurb along the side like YouTube, similar to.
The question is, what was there? Yeah? Oh, no, that wasn't it. Huh. Well, whatever. Okay, what are we going to do now? The easiest way to describe what we have is the largest and most comprehensive university-owned popular music research collection. Everybody says, I buy a record somewhere, oh, do you like that? I says, I don't have to like it, but I know it's placed in a musical history. And that's why I built this collection. This was the first format where this was the record label right here. You had the name of the artist, you had the name of the song, the record company, the release number, because every record has a release number. They have their patent numbers, and it was sold in like a flannel type of lined tube right now. You can also study clothing styles, hairstyles. Here's he's known as the Silver Fox. Probably I'd be Silver Fox too, you know, or maybe just a fox.
It's a different experience than just like that quick, easy way. It's more of an enjoyment, I think.
You take a record, you touch it, you pull it out of the sleeve, you pull the sleeve, the inner liner, you've got an album, you've got a piece of vinyl in your hand, and guess what? The sound is on it.
Touching the music and having the power to like alter it and do different things with it, like manipulate it, that's just like another part of it that I love, like another aspect that I think is just better than, you know, your stupid MP3. So.
One, now records are more readily available, not only in used stores, but at great record stores like Finders. It's one of the best record stores in the country. The availability of vinyl makes it easier for young people to discover it, and then I think vinyl sells itself. Because, you know, you get a double gatefold album with a huge poster or sticker or some pull-out that you love from your artist. I mean, that's cool.
We get a lot of customers that come in who are, I find it's like the middle-aged ones that come in and they're like, oh, records are back, you know, like what is this? And the older people are, you know, they're so used to it because it was the thing when they were our age.
This was the Cat's Pajamas, these old 78s. And of course, all those old 78s I still own to this day. I'm the keeper of what the family enjoyed back in the 40s and early 50s. So if you had an album, let's pull out a cool album. Here, oh, Bobby Vinton.
But darling, most of all, I love how you love me. I love how you love me.
I used to be the brown nose student in class because it would be in history, maybe geography. I had something that was great for show and tell. And I used to, teachers loved me because I brought stuff in that they had no access to. And I brought it in, and I showed, and I told.
Vinyl was the dominant medium for 100 years, but you know, really beginning with the advent of the CD in the mid-'80s, and then all through the late 80s and all through the 90s, you saw a decline of vinyl and a virtual disappearance. And so there's a whole period there, let's say from 89 to 98, 99, a decade, where vinyl was virtually invisible.
A lot more people in our generation are getting more into it. I see a lot like of the college students at the university coming in here a lot more than we used to see, and that makes me really happy because I think we all should enjoy records more.
It will never be the #1 medium again, but I think there will be and continue to be enough people who appreciate it for what it is that will ensure its continuance.